Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of The Hard Truth. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are the absolute best. All right, be sure to make time this week to hit that join button and become a member of The Hard Truth so that you can submit articles to our own members only newsletter. Doesn't that sound exciting? Yeah, and a lot of fun. Well, listen, I want to talk to you today about the suspect vehicle number 2. In the Idaho 4 case, that's the suspect vehicle number 2. Now, this you're not going to want to miss this one because it's going to break your taboos about a lot of things in this case. All right? Now, just grab that coffee, a nice cup of tea as we begin our story. I believe there are 3 vehicles involved in the Idaho 4 murders. Suspect vehicle 1, a black luxury SUV or truck. Suspect vehicle 2, a white Hyundai Elantra or something very similar. Suspect vehicle 3, hybrid LE hybrid that Ellie was driving that night. These are our suspect vehicles. Let's start with the white Hyundai Elantra. Okay, the police are saying they have multiple locations where this a car that looks like this is on the surveillance footage of some kind. They have it on camera, and so it's also the locations that it's on surveillance are go along with the narrative in the PCA, and so this is the suspect vehicle because somebody turned in one, I believe, at some gas station, and then they spotted white cars in other places at wee hours of the morning and close to the house, the murder house. And be honest with you, I had misgivings about who this car probably belonged to if it was a white car at the house. And I think my final decision is this. It's it's the white car is the drug dealer, but he's also posing as a DoorDasher. This is who the white car belongs to. I don't think it has anything to do with the transport of the perpetrators to and from the murder house. I believe that this car was strictly for delivering drugs, possibly to the murder house. For the purpose of dropping off drugs, but not for anything else. And I believe that the DoorDash is just a prop. It's just something in case the police stop the driver. Instead of, he can just say he's delivering food. Not only that, he's delivering it to this person right here. But what they're really delivering is what the person ordered, the drugs. And so the white car belongs to the drug dealer who is running all over the city making deliveries. And the DoorDash, the restaurant bags are just, the DoorDash is just a front, a reason to be driving all over the same neighborhoods. Let's take a look at this article in Newsweek. It was published on August the 17th, 2022. And it says, an Ohio man claims he discovered a bag of marijuana at the bottom of his food delivery from DoorDash and contacted police. I was scared at first, but then again, I wasn't very surprised, the customer told WSYX TV. After the customer delivered the drugs on August 9th, he said the delivery driver returned to his residence allegedly asking for it back. WSYX TV reported. He said the driver told him there was medicine for his friend in the bag. All right, so this is pretty much common for delivery drivers to be delivering drugs and just using the restaurant and the restaurant bag as somewhere to put the drugs and a reason for being in the neighborhood. It said, but rather than return the marijuana to the delivery driver, the man said he called police and immediately filed a complaint to DoorDash. I'm a healthcare worker and see how this affects people daily. I even had a close friend's nephew pass away due to smoking some marijuana laced with fentanyl. All right. Well, this is the last thing that I want to say about suspect vehicle number 2. Just hypothetically assuming that this is a dope dealer in a dope car selling dope, and by the way, has some DoorDash bag as if he works for DoorDash, you know, in case he gets pulled over, but also a place to put the dope. So just because a drug dealer or a mule turns into King Road into that neighborhood doesn't mean that they were delivering drugs to 1122 King Road. If drug dealers were turning into the neighborhood with a bag that says Xana, that doesn't mean that it went to that house. That could just mean that whoever ordered it wanted Xanax. All right? Regardless of where it's going, the Xana, they might have sold 6 or 7 bags that had Xana on it that night. Just because it came on King Road, Queen Road, all the roads, half of the roads, cut through the woods, who cares? The point of the matter is, you can't prove that the driver went to that house. You saying she got a DoorDash at 4, I don't think you have any digital evidence because the car could have been going to any residence in that community with a bag with Xana on it. Anybody that wanted Xanax, that bag could have been going to anybody that wanted Xanax, you know? And so the white car could have, it's possible that their life was being snuffed out. At the same time, somebody's running around selling drugs. All this happened at the same time in the same neighborhood. That's crazy. I hope Idaho ain't moving that fast, to where you got all this happening in this house. And then another thing is, everybody keeps saying that 1122 was this big drug house, this big party house. Well, if this was the place to get drugs and everybody in that neighborhood could just walk to the back door, why do we need to have a drug dealer coming in a white car doing deliveries on top of that? If we got the drug house right here in walking distance. I'm just saying, if the party house had their own drug supply selling it, why do we have somebody coming in and out of that neighborhood that many times in the wee hours of the morning, serving? Those don't mix. They don't match. They don't match. If this is such a big drug house, there shouldn't be a bunch of traffic where somebody's coming in and out dealing on top of the drug house. That's what I'm saying. For that little neighborhood right there, they'd have 2 or 3 people in there doing that. I just don't believe it. So I'm just saying suspect vehicle 2 is very interesting. I would like to talk with you about it a little more. Okay, I'm going to push this video out maybe, but let's talk about it. What do you think about suspect vehicle number 2?